Once upon a time, in a small Igbo village, there lived a poor farmer named Eze. He had 5 children and a loving wife, Nkem. Despite their poverty, Eze's family was happy and they worked together on their small farm every day. One fateful day, Eze and his family went to the farm to work. Suddenly, a terrible accident occurred, claiming the lives of his wife and children. Eze was the only survivor. Devastated, he returned to the village, crying uncontrollably. After 6 months of grief, Eze decided to buy land near the farm where his family had died. The villagers wondered why he would want to be so close to the place of such sorrow, but they said nothing, respecting his grief. To everyone's surprise, Eze soon became very rich. He built a large house and married 2 new wives, Adaora and Nneka. Adaora was the younger and saucier of the 2, while Nneka was older and known for her stubbornness and love of fighting. Eze began sneaking to the farm every night, returning only in the morning with lots of money. The villagers were curious but afraid to ask questions, as they sensed something was not quite right. One night, as Eze was returning from the farm, he saw a shadowy figure at the edge of the forest. He hurried home, feeling a chill run down his spine. He tried to shake off the feeling, but it lingered. The spacious kitchen of Eze's new large house was filled with the smell of spices. Adaora stirred a pot of soup, glancing over at Nneka with a mischievous smile. "This soup needs more pepper," Adaora said with voice tinged with sarcasm. "Can you pass it to me, please?" Nneka scowled, her hands firmly gripping the counter. Why should I, eh? You always think you know better, Abi. Maybe you should let me cook today." "Oh, please," Adaora retorted. "Your cooking is as bland as your stupid personality." Nneka's face flushed with anger. "What did you just say?" she snapped, snatching the spoon from Adaora's hand. "Give that back. Eze prefers my cooking," Adaora yelled. Just then, Eze entered the kitchen, sensing the tension. He looked between his 2 wives, exasperation clear on his face. "What is going on here? Can't you 2 ever get along?" he asked. They both pointed at each other, speaking simultaneously. "She started it." Eze sighed deeply. "Enough, both of you. Out of the kitchen. I'll finish cooking myself." Adaora smirked as she left. "Fine by me. Let Nneka burn the house down." Nneka hoofed. "At least I won't poison anyone." Eze watched them leave, shaking his head in frustration. Late evening, Eze's bedroom was dimly lit with a single oil lamp. Adaora slipped into the room, smiling seductively. "Eze, darling," she cooed. "Let me warm your bed tonight. I have missed you so much." Nneka barged in, her eyes blazing with anger. "No, Eze, it is my turn. You were with her last night." Adaora glared at Nneka. "Liar, you always say that." Eze rubbed his temples, feeling a headache coming on. "Please, not again. Can't we just have some peace in this house, the 2 of you?" Nneka folded her hands defiantly. "Tell her to leave, Eze. She doesn't respect our traditions." Adaora laughed mockingly. "Traditions? You are just jealous because Eze loves me more. How dare you, Nneka fumed. Eze stepped between them, raising his hands to calm them down. Enough! I'll sleep alone tonight. Maybe then I can get some rest. Adaora and Nneka glared at each other as they left the room, each determined to win Eze's affection. Strange things began to happen in Eze's home. Adaora and Nneka whispered as they were about to sleep one night, talking about hearing footsteps every night. That night, objects moved on their own and eerie sounds filled the house. They were terrified but didn't know what to do. One night, as Adaora and Nneka tried to sleep, their wrappers were yanked away by an invisible hand. They jumped out of bed, chasing the floating wrapper around the house. The scene was both funny and scary as the women ran in circles, screaming and laughing. Every time Adaora and Nneka prepared a meal, the food would vanish just before they would serve it. They would turn around to find empty plates and bowls. One day, they decided to guard the food, but it disappeared right in front of their eyes, leaving them stunned and hungry.